Hi, and welcome to Campus Mortgage, the mortgage industry's leading provider of underwriting, processing, quality control, servicing, and closing training. Before we get started, please take a moment to read Campus Mortgage's disclaimer and keep in mind the information contained in this video is time sensitive and subject to change without notice. So let's get started. Today we will be discussing part 2 of a 3-part video series, which will cover mortgage fraud red flags. Let's recap the definition of red flags. Red flags are inconsistencies or something that's going to look suspicious to you that the borrower has provided to you that's going to require a second look. That's the definition of red flags. Here you will see the list of the 6 common areas of red flags. In video 1, we went over liabilities and credit. In this video series, we will be discussing assets and employment and income. Here, this is where we discuss assets. And so when you get the bank statement, here are some things that you need to look out for. You want to see if anything looks distorted, such as scanning, Photoshop, or formatting, or whiteout. A lot of times people white things out and handwrite in what they need you to see, and it just looks off. You can also look to see that all the pages of the bank statements have been provided, and that includes the first page and the last page. Even if they're blank, you still need them. Make sure that the bank name, address, phone number, and the borrower's name are on the monthly statement. You also want to look out for large deposits that are abnormal. If there is a large deposit, you want to go ahead and source that, whether it be a gift from a relative or whatever the case, you do want to source that large income. Moving on to employment. A lot of times the borrower will misrepresent how much they actually make. Usually they'll inflate what they make to be able to be qualified for a larger, more expensive home. When reviewing a wage earner's income, these are some things that you want to look at that might be suspicious and cause red flags. One being if the VOE or the pay stub or W-2 form is handwritten. We live in a world now that is so technology based that it's very rare that you're going to get anything handwritten. The borrower's social security number or employee ID number is verified and cross-referenced. Income appears to be out of line for the type of employment. So let's say you have a janitor at an elementary saying they make $10,000 a month. That's pretty highly unlikely. You're trying to do a verification of employment and the employer cannot be reached. The employee's name, logo, address, phone number are missing from the pay stub. You want to make sure all of that is on the pay stub. You need to look out also for pay periods overlapping. Just go ahead and make sure that the pay dates aren't overlapping. Abnormalities in the number sequence for pay stubs. So if you have 4 pay stubs because the borrower gets paid weekly in a month, you'll have 4 pay stubs. You just want to make sure that they do go in order. When reviewing self-employment income, you want to look out for these types of things. Tax returns were not signed or dated. Proof that taxes have never been paid. The company license is no longer active. Company is unable to be located. Borrower reports substantial amount of earnings on their tax returns, however, they have no assets in their bank account. Missing pages of the tax return. And lastly, income seems to be out a variance for what they do. So that again being said, if they're self-employed janitor and they state that they make $10,000 a month, that's going to look a little suspicious. That concludes part 2 of this 3-part video series. For more tips, videos, and for a full list of courses offered by Campus Mortgage, please visit our website at www.campusmortgage.org. Thank you, and as always, make it a great day.